A nighttime exchange in Paris's largest park, the Bois de Vincennes. With just a nod, a prostitute is led into the bushes. In France, it is buying sex rather than selling it that is illegal. But the police say that most of the women who work here are slaves. Nadège, not her real name, used to be one of them.
If you go to Vincennes, you ask questions, 90% are slaves. 90%.
Parisian police agree. For every woman dancing freely here, they say, 9 are not. By day, the park is a beautiful spot, popular with dog walkers and boule players. By night, it becomes a place where men can buy sex for very little. The police believe that 150 slaves work in this park. Like the others, Nadège was in the hands of a network to which she gave all of her earnings. And like the others, she took an oath before leaving Nigeria, binding her to a madam through juju, a traditional West African belief system.
Imagine you taking an oath, you lie down inside a casket, a coffin, which means if you break the rules, you're going to come back to this coffin. It's so powerful.
So powerful that during the ceremony the women are physically branded with scars that identify them back in Nigeria as cursed women. In 2017, the UN International Organization for Migration said that there had been a nearly 600% increase in potential sex trafficking victims arriving in Europe through Italy since 2014. 80% of them were Nigerian. Our cameraman wore a hidden device to get a sense of how these conversations take place and where the women come from.
I'm from Nigeria.
I'm from Nigeria. Why is 30 euro?
20 euro.
20 euro.
20 euro. How old am I? You tell me, how old am I?
Local charities say that the women who walk these streets are getting younger and that their apparent freedom is an illusion.
They have no access to their documents. They've lost their identity, they've lost their age, and they have no freeness. The only freeness they have is to go to prostitute and to give back money.
It is so shocking to see these women lined up on the streets of this park. We asked Parisian police how this could be allowed to continue. They said there simply isn't very much they can do. The women are afraid to talk to them because of the networks, and they say they're moved around Europe very often. And then, explain the police, there's the problem that there is an apparently never-ending supply of Nigerian women desperate to come to Europe.
Une fois qu'on a démantelé un réseau, au mieux, ne sera qu'un effet de 24 heures. Parce que derrière, on crée un appel d'air, on crée le vide pour qu'un autre réseau s'installe.
A slave amongst so many others in this park. That's what Nadège says that she was for 8 months. It was the birth of her son that gave her the strength to go into hiding, but she says no one ever really escapes.
No matter what I am tomorrow, I'm still going to be useless. Because I can proudly say my story. I can proudly tell the world who I am. I will always be in the dark. It's not easy to be transported to Europe just like a bag of fruit and sold for me to eat for money. But I just thank God I'm a survivor.
Melissa Bell, CNN, Paris.